Let's roll.
Where to begin?
A lot has changed, especially within the last few days. Yeah, we're not in the RV anymore, so we have a lot to update you guys on.
We've been living this sticks and bricks life here for probably about a week, going on a week, and we've had some concerns about our feelings with this.
A lot's been going on since our RV kind of has accumulated these repairs over the past few months. Now we're gonna have to be out of the RV for a minimum of 3 weeks, and we're just kind of asking ourselves, like, what's next? And it got us to thinking, like, how long do we want to do RV life for? And I think that's a prominent question that a lot of people ask themselves after they get into RV life rather than before. A lot of people just jump in with both feet and they're like, yeah, we're doing the RV life. I've been waiting for this forever. But once they're in it, it's like, well, how long do we want to do this for? And that's kind of where we're at right now.
Well, a lot of people want to have a plan. They want to say, I'm going to RV for this many years. And that's what we did. We got into RVing because of travel nursing. And I remember our plan was to RV travel nurse for 5-ish years, find out where we want to live and, you know, build a life. But we got so addicted to the RV life and being able to just go wherever we want, whenever, chase the beautiful weather, that 5-year plan went out the window, which is great. I don't think having a plan, you don't have to have a plan. I think it's okay to just take life as it goes. But now we're coming back to the reality of, like, do we need to have a plan?
Yeah, it kind of begs that question to be answered. You know, I've been seeing it a lot. I don't know about you, but on, you know, social media, a lot of people have been mentioning quitting RV life, and I think that's something we want to touch base on in this video. It's something that kind of needs to be addressed with you guys and us, because, you know, we want to be forward with y'all and set you guys up for success, but at the same time we don't want to be misleading in any way.
Yeah, I mean, if you've been following our channel for some time, you know that we show the reality of full-time RVing. We want to be so transparent. We don't want to just give you content that shows you, like, the happy side of it all the time and, like, all these adventures, because everyone has their ventures they want to do a certain way, but what we wanted to present was the reality that things break, your plans don't go as planned.
And then you end up in scenarios like this and you're like, wait a second, this is a shock.
Now, if you're watching our channel for the very first time and you're very confused, don't worry, we are too. We've been RVing for 7 years now.
Full time.
Yes. Started out in a smaller trailer, now we're in a fifth wheel. But over the past year, we have really been putting our fifth wheel through some craziness. We went up to Alaska, we did some Canada travel, down the west coast of San Diego, then we booked it across the states so we could see the solar eclipse this year. And we've just been putting a lot of miles on our poor RV.
And it's taken quite the toll on the poor thing. I feel bad. You know, we've been living in it 5 years and been putting it through the ringer. And that kind of landed us where we are now. And speaking of repairs, I think that's a really great kickstart to this video. Let's discuss some of the downsides when it comes to repairing an RV.
Yeah.
Because it's extremely frustrating. I mean, we're on YouTube. You know, we have a huge following, but that doesn't mean that we are not exposed to these negative sides of RV life. Like, we don't have an RV that was just given us to live in while our RV is being repaired. I mean, we have to go through the same steps. We're waiting to be in the repair shop for 5-6 months. Takes time to get there, takes time to get the repairs done. So we're right there with you guys. And it's extremely frustrating at times because you want to stay in the RV, you want to stay where it's comfortable, but what do you do when these repairs come up?
I think the RV repairs situation is what made me feel like this lifestyle is hard. Because if something breaks in your house, you're still living in your house. You either have people coming to fix it or you're fixing it yourself. I don't really know of many people who are, like, completely moving out of their house every time stuff needs to get repaired.
But, you know, when it comes to the RV, you can't live in it while they're doing repairs in the shop. It's unheard of. And I would say that's almost like one of the biggest ways that I see most people out on the road quitting. Just like chalking it up to, like, I'm done because I'm always in the shop getting these things addressed. And hey, like, I totally hear you on that. I would be right there with you. It's just we're coming from a different side of things. Like, we went all in on, you know, creating a YouTube channel related to RV content, and we're seeing that through, but we're asking ourselves the same questions of, like, when is enough? When is enough?
And you know, when one thing breaks, it's like when it rains, it pours.
Yeah.
As soon as one thing breaks, it seems like everything starts breaking. And it just, they pile up and they hit you. And a lot of you guys watch and comment that we keep our composure so well when something goes wrong. And I will say that filming it has made us better at, you know, keeping our emotions in check. We want to shed a good light on the fact that you don't want this to wear you down. But eventually it is going to feel like it wears you down.
It's kind of like an easy segue into the part that I really want to say is keeping your expectations in check. Like, that's something you and I always talk about off camera.
Yeah.
I'm always talking to you about, like, man, I wish it would have went this way. And you're always telling me, stop having expectations. And so I say that just knowing that I'm mostly talking to myself, is just keeping expectations versus reality in check. Knowing that these things are going to happen, because life just doesn't magically go away. No matter what avenue you choose, you're still susceptible to getting the rough edges of life. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You're going to go through the highs, the lows, the peaks, the valleys. And right now, we're going through one of those valleys.
I think because things are constantly breaking and going wrong, that my expectations now have gone to, will all the slide outs come out without something breaking? Or will we get to our destination like in one piece, including the safety of all three of us? If you have an expectation that you're gonna see everything, do everything, it's gonna look like a YouTube video with the cool drone shots and the music.
Yeah, like 100%. I watch our own videos. I'm like, wow, that's really cool. So to see it through an edited, you can't compare that.
If you had problems in a sticks and bricks, no matter what those problems could be, you're gonna still have those problems. They're just gonna be mobile now.
Yeah, 100%. Well, like, here's another reason that people get into RV life so haphazardly, I should say, is like the rising housing costs, the market, you know. Inflation, prices are going up everywhere, and everyone's like, well, affordability in a house is just too much. I'm gonna jump into the RV life and I'll pay cheaper prices in an RV park. But what comes with that is everything we've been talking about. And that's just stuff you're not prepared for unless you're already living the lifestyle and you're going through it, and then you're like, wow, I was not expecting that.
They don't expect all the extra costs, like all the things everyone recommends you have to keep you safe. You could sit there and say, I don't really need a TPMS. But then you get on YouTube and everyone's like, you gotta have a TPMS because you gotta monitor your tire pressures. So there's another $200-something.
Or
gone.
Monthly RV sites, for example. You know, people want to be like, I'll just go find monthly stays at RV parks across the country. Listen, RV parks don't make money on monthly stays. They want to keep the nightly spots available so they can charge a premium. So when you call around expecting that a lot of these RV parks are going to have availability for monthly stays, it's not the case. It's really hard to come by. However, with YouTube, I feel like a lot of this kind of got blown out of proportion, especially social media. People are saying there's no sites available at all out there in the RV, and that's just not true. It's just the monthly sites that are really hard to come by.
Yes.
Because that's where you could save a lot of money living in an RV, but guess what? Everyone else is trying to do that as well. Back to the expectations thing.
It's very discouraging too, because this is like how you live. And when you call many RV parks in an area because you want to visit family, and every RV park is saying, sorry, we don't have monthly sites. And it's like basically somebody telling you, like, we don't have a place for you to live. We have a place for you to park your RV, and you can't just go parking it at Walmart. You can't just go parking it on the side of the road. It's like, if you have to be somewhere and you can't get a site, you're just thinking, what do I do? Like, this is so hard.
Fuel costs in themselves, yeah, it's going up everywhere. But a little light at the end of the tunnel as well. There's a lot of programs coinciding with the rising fuel costs that can help you save a lot of money as well.
I don't think enough people talk about travel burnout if you're a full-timer. Now, if you're a part-time RVer, that's not really a thing because you have your sticks and bricks, and now you have, even if it's a 6-month trip planned, you're so excited for it, you're ready to go, 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 because you know after 6 months, you're gonna come back to your home and rest. But as a full-timer, if you don't designate that rest and relaxation and stopping and being put somewhere, it's very easy to just constantly go. And, oh, I can go here. Oh, my friends, I haven't seen these friends, I gotta go here. Haven't seen my family, gotta go here. Oh, there's this trip, I gotta go here. You can very easily just end up with travel burnout, which I think a lot of full-time RVers can relate to.
Piggybacking off of that, now that you said it, family, that's a huge part. Because my family's in California, hers is in Pennsylvania, so we're constantly torn back and forth across the United States to make those visits. When you live in an RV, most people are like, well, you could just show up at any time. You have the luxury that most Americans don't have. You can just go wherever you want. Well, yes and no. You're talking extra fuel costs and having to dedicate the drive all the way there, and correlating all your travels in between. It can just become like one jumbled mess, so to speak.
Yeah.
And then before you know it, there's like all this stress on your back and you don't even know why you feel stressed out. And, you know, do you ever feel like that?
You feel like you don't deserve to be stressed out. Like, if you get stressed out about being on the road, you're like, so many people dream of doing this. So then you feel like you have no right to be stressed out.
100%. Yeah. Like, you almost feel guilty because everyone else is like, well, must be nice.
Must be nice,
like, yeah, I get where you're coming from. From your lens and point of view, I would be saying the same thing. But when you're in the seat, you're like, well, should I feel guilty about asking myself these questions of how long we want to do this or why other people are quitting the RV life? No, it's okay, because these are normal human things to be asking yourself. Especially
if you wait till later in life to RV, then there's that race against the clock to see everything that's on your bucket list.
Yeah.
So very, very easily could full-time RVing be turned into a stressful situation. That's why I'm saying don't think that it's the answer to your problems, because you'll have stress, it'll just be a different type of stress now. I also just think RVing has blown up to the point where it's not recreational anymore.
That's true.
It's become a lifestyle, and we are just really putting these RVs through crazy amounts of travel and just being in it all the time, overloading them. I mean, we're notorious for doing all those things.
And gone are the days kind of the white picket fence American dream. It's like changing, like the world's changing towards this, so to speak, you know, this is the way it is. You get out there, you enjoy life and live it to the fullest. So,
well, what I feel like RVing has done, and it's like a nice side effect that you don't realize, is that it gets you out of your comfort zone. And any time in my life I've been pushed out of my comfort zone, it's ended in wonderful things. With all this said, it's like continuing to push ourselves out of our comfort zone and do things that don't feel like it's normal. It's like I want to keep going that direction. I want to keep being put in uncomfortable situations because it's made us stronger as a couple.
Yeah.
And I do appreciate that part with this lifestyle.
Me too. Okay, enough sappiness. Let's give a little bit of a life update here. Where are the Hanks at right now? Like, what is going on? We have some answers for you.
We're in an Airbnb. We're gonna be here for maybe another 2 weeks. We don't really know how long it's gonna take to get our RV repaired, but we also don't know if it's repairable. We're just waiting. You know, after we've been through running through these feelings about RV life and sticks and bricks and what do we do, what's the future look like, you know, when you run through everything, I am excited if it's possible that we get our home back and we get back on the road. Like, if you think about...
I'm just appreciating this for what it is. Of like, it's nice to be able to have some room to breathe and just, you know, have Dexter can run around and have some freedom and just enjoy a little bit more of an open space. But I do miss the home. I miss the RV.
That's home, yeah.
So I feel like there's a draw there. I feel like we're being drawn back into that lifestyle. And
I think this feeling that I was describing at the beginning of the video, where I was like, we feel so happy and at peace because we're in this Airbnb, I think that is a good sign for us to know that we need to slow down. Mm-hmm. Slow down and take in what's around us and stop trying to go, go, go.
Yeah.
You know, you talked about the monthly sites being the most affordable way to RV. So I think what we need to do, and this is for you guys too if you're getting into this, because you can easily set yourself up for travel burnout if you don't plan ahead. It's saying to yourself, okay, I don't care what's going on, the month of November, for example, we're gonna book a monthly site somewhere near family and we have nothing planned. We're just staying put and we're just relaxing. Because I notice whenever we do stay somewhere for a month, we do feel like we get enough relaxation and that we're itching to go again. Like, we're excited to hit the road.
I'm on board with that.
Yeah.
I like that.
If we get our RV back, where are we going?
We are gonna go hang out with some family, your family.
Yes.
We just got done seeing my family. And then once we touch base with them, probably hit the road and hopefully head north. I want to go up to Maine this year.
We have a few more states to check off our list of being able to visit all 50 states.
But we got to be careful because I'm already falling back into that go, go, go.
I know. So this is where it's hard because you want to go, but you have to pump the brakes. And I'm curious to the video after this. You know, are we going to be picking up the camera and are we going to be chomping at the bit to get back in the RV? Or are we going to be thinking, ooh, I really like living in a sticks and bricks? Who knows?
So we're just going to take it a day at a time. We're just going to live this Airbnb lifestyle. It's a different way of living for the Hanks, but we'll all get through it together. we're here for you guys. If you're a little lost and behind on our story and what's going on with the RV, how we ended up here and all the damages to our RV, click on and watch this video next, because it's going to share some of that reality that we were talking about before of RV life, and when things go wrong, there's a lot to update you on in that video. So click on it and we'll see you over there.
We appreciate you guys being with us this entire video, and just know from the bottom of our hearts, we love you.
Bye guys.